Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has opened up for the first time since his sacking about his tenure as manager of Manchester United. In a comprehensive interview, the ex-Manchester United boss discussed his impact on the club and the challenges that Erik ten Hag might encounter in the future. In this video, we break down some of Solskjaer's most interesting responses and highlight the key takeaways. Ready to manage again. To begin, he expressed his readiness to return to management and mentioned that he has received job offers, including 2 recent ones from Saudi Arabia. However, he also emphasized that once you've managed Manchester United, you establish your own set of criteria for the kind of job you want. He expressed his affection for England and the Premier League, including the Championship, which he believes is stronger than ever. Nevertheless, he doesn't feel limited to working exclusively in England. He is open to the possibility of taking on a different challenge that would involve immersing himself in a new culture and learning a new language. For him, a club's DNA and identity hold significant importance, and he is seeking a club where he can truly be his best self. Ultimately, it has to be a perfect match for him. His United tenure. He went on to discuss his current feelings about his tenure as manager of Manchester United. He said, "Well, there's something missing. A trophy. Just one penalty in the shootout against Villarreal in the Europa League final could have changed how my time there is perceived." He believes that winning trophies is crucial, but he also emphasized the importance of establishing a strong foundation through consistent good performances. They managed to maintain such performances for an extended period, which was a step in the right direction. However, he acknowledged that ultimately it wasn't enough. Nevertheless, the primary goal he was given was to bring smiles back to the fans, and they were making progress in that regard. Cristiano Ronaldo. Furthermore, he discussed the decision to sign Cristiano Ronaldo, saying, "It was a tough decision to reject, but we believed it was necessary to make the move." Initially, it seemed like the right choice, and the fans shared that sentiment during the electrifying atmosphere at Old Trafford during the Newcastle game. At that time, Ronaldo was still one of the world's top goal scorers and appeared to be in excellent form. It's widely accepted that the decision to bring Cristiano Ronaldo back to Manchester United was emotionally driven. There is some debate about whether this decision was influenced by the possibility of Ronaldo joining Manchester City. What we do know is that Ronaldo was not part of Manchester United's initial transfer plans at the beginning of the summer of 2021. During his only full season back at Old Trafford, the forward achieved a certain level of success, scoring 24 goals in 38 appearances. However, team issues led to Manchester United finishing 6th in the Premier League, their worst ever point total in the competition's history. Ronaldo seemed poised to leave the following summer, but remained for the first half of the 2022-2023 season, mostly participating in Europa League matches before experiencing a falling out with Ten Hag and subsequently moving to Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr in December 2022. On Jadon Sancho. Moving forward, he offered his perspective on Jadon Sancho not meeting the expectations set for him. He stated, "Unfortunately, it has not panned out as we had hoped." He went on to explain that when Sancho arrived, he had to deal with a hospitalization, which delayed his start in the first few games. Despite being immensely talented, the team has not witnessed his full potential. He expressed the hope that they would see the best of Sancho, but noted that he prefers to play on the left wing, a position already occupied by Marcus Rashford. After a prolonged 2-year transfer saga, Jadon Sancho joined Solskjaer's Manchester United in July 2021. However, an ear infection limited him to short substitute appearances in the team's first 2 fixtures of the 2021-2022 season before he made his first start on September 29th. Solskjaer had initially considered Edinson Cavani as the sole fixed number 9 in the squad, citing the fluid front 3 of United's successful 2007-2008 Premier League and Champions League winning side. However, the arrival of Ronaldo altered this dynamic significantly. Sancho only completed a full 90 minutes under Solskjaer once, and that was in the final game of the Norwegian's tenure. Throughout the 2021-2022 season, Sancho made 38 appearances for United, with most of them coming on the left wing. The challenge was that he lacked the explosive burst of pace needed to beat Premier League fullbacks and was most effective when playing in front of a fullback capable of making overlapping runs. Rashford's resurgence under Ten Hag pushed him ahead of Sancho in the pecking order, and the emergence of Alejandro Garnacho provided the Dutchman with another speedy attacking threat. If the situation between Sancho and Ten Hag is to be resolved, the most apparent route back into the starting 11 for Sancho would likely be as a right winger. However, to regain his top form, he would probably need one of Aaron Wan-Bissaka or Diogo Dalot to provide more overlapping runs to support his play in the final third, something neither right-back did frequently. Manchester United captaincy. Furthermore, he elaborated on the topic of the Manchester United captaincy, stating, "Some United players didn't match their own self-perception." He went on to explain that he won't mention specific names, but he felt a great disappointment when a couple of players declined the opportunity to take on the captain's role. He was also disheartened when others expressed their refusal to play or train as a means to force their way out of the club. Notably, Solskjaer did not reveal the identities of the players who turned down the chance to be Manchester United captain. However, we can highlight Scott McTominay, who did accept the responsibility of being the matchday captain for an FA Cup fixture against Watford in February 2021. In addition, Solskjaer took the time in his interview to defend Harry Maguire, describing him as a resilient individual who significantly bolstered the team's defence upon his arrival. In January 2020, following the departure of Ashley Young, Solskjaer made the decision to appoint Maguire as the club captain for Manchester United. Manchester United's recruitment. He then dove into Manchester United's recruitment efforts, stating, "We couldn't bring in the players I mentioned to the club. Players like Erling Haaland, even before his debut at Salzburg, and Declan Rice, who wouldn't have commanded the same price in the summer. We did discuss Moises Caicedo, but we felt the need for players who were immediately ready. Brighton has a knack for allowing foreign players to acclimate for a year and a half, but at United, we didn't have that luxury, and it has cost the club numerous talents." It's important to note that Solskjaer phrased it diplomatically, indicating that he mentioned these players rather than explicitly stating that he attempted to sign them. In January 2020, there were reports of United being close to a £4.5 million deal to acquire Caicedo from Independiente del Valle in Ecuador. However, the transfer proved to be too challenging. Caicedo has since gained recognition as one of the world's top talents, but it would have taken time for him to adapt to European football. The idea is that due to a focus on short-term solutions and financial constraints, Solskjaer couldn't bring in players who could contribute to Manchester United's long-term success. Another noteworthy statement was, "I can't remember every signing I made, but I should because there was a limit of 3 main signings per season." Manchester United's ability to conduct transfer deals during the summer of 2020 was affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Nonetheless, their activity during that summer transfer window will be seen as a missed opportunity to provide Solskjaer with the necessary resources to properly build the squad. What are your main takeaways from this interview? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe. Thank you.